interesting.
I'm good at cutting it.
Be prepared for the buzz, people. Are you ready?
Right, do you want to go? How do you want to do it?
Straight over the top, mate. Just hold you.
Do you want to take the bobble out then, yeah?
Not cutting.
Sorry.
Do you like to be?
No, you're right. Cause I better do them because these £300 a time.
Oh, it's going to have a lot off.
Well, that's one hairy geezer. Are you ready then, boys? Shall we do this?
Yeah.
Give us your money.
Yeah, starting from the back. Ah, look at that, sweet as a nut.
Haircut line, wouldn't you?
Hey. Well, I think we'll leave it at that.
That's fine.
Just let it go on the floor.
Okay.
I'll send the cleaners in later.
Yeah.
Image cleaning.
Yeah. I need a good cleaning company.
Look at this. Come on, get your money out.
Do you know how long it took me to grow this?
How long does it take you to grow it, Bob?
Over a year.
A year.
Yeah.
And I'm destroying it in seconds.
How long did it grow? Take
Okay,
to
so
grow.
people are asking, are we going for the Brazilian?
I used to cut my kids there when they were small.
But it wasn't this long though.
No, not that long though, but this is all for charity, people.
So-
We want your money.
So Lindsay says, Lee Camp, do not get any ideas.
Yeah.
Fair play to him, well done. As a shaved-headed bloke, you get used to it, says Shane Goff.
It's going to be a bit cooler outside later, mate.
Craig Courtney says, no blood, please.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Oh, look at that go, look at that go.
Lee Camp has just walked in, says Martin Swinsko. I've got no hair, but gladly grow for 12 months for charity and have it cut off, said Bleeps Razy. Good on you, Bleeps. BCFC Matty, and we really appreciate it, Steve and everyone at Accessi Blues. And don't forget the link to donate is on our page. Look for the picture I've put up of Thomas, and you'll see the link there. Sally Cloud, keep right on. Accessi Blues, always thinking of blues and more.
La 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 la.
Sound like you're enjoying yourself, though.
I'm loving every minute of it, kid. I practised on a guy last night. You'll be glad to know.
You're gonna blend it as well.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There's your camera milk, Chris.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
And up.
The safe Dennis can't see it.
That's right.
Please.
Brenda's filming it for later.
Well done.
So now I've moved the camera, you can see what's going on. Please donate. If it's even a pound, 50p, it all goes to a fantastic cause. Linda says, can we shave Brenda Brown next?
Yeah, by all means.
BCFC Matty says, what a legend. I might even get my head shaven.
There you go, guys.
There we go.
Jobs everybody.
Well done.
God,
Go get the camera.
fantastic.
Here we go, sir.
Thank you very much. It's been emotional.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
Look at all that hair.
Absolutely fantastic.
You do put it back on.
It's okay. Excellent, Nick. I'll get mine done next.
You're very welcome.
Shake that
Right, how much
man's-
can we
shake that
raise?
Shake that man's hand.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you
Well,
very
no,
much.
later how much we've raised.
Yeah, and how much more can we raise if we do shave Chris Brown's hair?
Shake
Bang on,
that
mate.
man's hand. Come on.
Thank you, thank you.
No worries. I said I'd do it, so.
And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is what you do for charity. All for charity. Nice one. That's a bit cooler now, isn't it?
Definitely. It's when you walk outside and you've lost it all.
Oh dear. That was quite satisfying actually doing that.
Fair play to him.
Top man.
Wait till
What
he goes outside now.
Okay, basically what we want you to do is share this programme, this stream, to your personal Facebook page. There'll be a chance next week to be in the Tilton Talk Cup. Your name in the Tilton Talk Cup.
Tonight's shares are for 4.
Ah, yes, right. Here we go. 4.
2 pairs for Luton.
2 pairs for Luton Town. So you've got to share this now. Share this to your stream now. We can pick that up later. Find out who shared it, who hasn't. And those that have will be in with a chance for 4 tickets for the Luton game. Did you get a glass of water?
Oh, get your glass of water.
Cheers, nice one. Right. Yeah, well done, gents. Well done for bringing him in. Thank you ever so much indeed. You need to get a bit of suntan on the top of that, I think. It's proper, that, isn't it?
It's alright. It's alright.
Nice one, lovely. Cracking, isn't it, what the Blues family do for each other?
Yeah.
Boom.
It is.
Boom. Right, turn our attention to yourself now then, Craig. A very good evening to you. Well, so we're a big full house tonight. I don't think we've had so many guests
It's
in.
busy in here.
Yeah,
It's busy.
yeah. Tell us what you do.
So I'm the Assistant Community Director at Birmingham City Community Trust. So we are obviously working with the football club, running various programmes across Birmingham and Solihull for local young people.
Right, okay, what you got going on at the moment then?
So we've got a free trial session on Friday evening at Solihull College, 7 till 8.
A free trial session?
Yeah, so we hold a football coaching session every Friday evening.
Is that something I could come along with? What do you mean that's some of that?
So we've got that on Friday evening. That has to be anyone can attend.
No age?
Up until the age of 15, obviously young people. Register via our social media site, so on the official website there's a link on there.
Yep.
And then we've got our football camps as well, held just around the corner from here at Langley School, again 5 to 15 years of age. That's during the school half term, so yeah, we've got loads on for young people really.
What's more planned in the future?
Yeah, we've got, as I said, quite a lot going on. We run schools programmes, we run evening centres, we run disability programmes. So we've got lots and lots going on at this moment in time.
Grand. And how big is your team?
We've got 9 full-time members of staff. So although that sounds a lot,
they're dedicated to this project.
They're dedicated to the community trust. Yeah, so all of our programmes, all of our provision.
That's about 8 more than I thought there would be. To be fair.
Yeah, well, we are still in the region the smallest community trust going.
Not me, it's nice for us to know these things as well, right? Because not only do we now know them, everyone knows it.
Yeah, I think it's there's been a misconception before that people don't really know what we do. They think we work in the academy, or they think we produce all these next best players, where actually we work with local people in the local area.
Try and find that talent.
Yeah, with grassroots football clubs and people that maybe are not ready for the academy system but really love football and want to be part of it.
Right. I bet the kids get right happy when you turn up, don't they?
Yeah, I think we held a meeting actually back end of last week with regards to the summer, and we had our only sellout, total sellout football camps for the summer for the last 7-8 years.
Brilliant.
So we're hoping for that. As I said, half term's next week, so we're the cheapest provision around, I think, and I'm going to say we're the best provision around in the area.
Of course you are.
And then we go from there. And we've got a player visit as well, so that'll be an interesting.
You've got what, sorry?
We've got a player visit, so we've got either 1 or 2 of the first team players coming down.
Okay, no names mentioned.
No names mentioned, but that'll be on Tuesday.
That's
next
Tuesday,
week.
people. So the kids are off school there next week, aren't
Are
they?
those camps almost sold out as well? Because I'm sure I saw that today.
Yeah, camps are sold out. Limited spaces available. We can, however, obviously want to work with all young people. So no, we're happy to take more as long as people want to book up and come on our provision.
As long as you know that in advance, yeah.
Yeah, as long as people book via the website.
Okay, just reiterate where they can book and where the camps are at.
Yeah, so the camp's at Langley School in Solihull. Booking is through the official soccer school's website. The link is on the main club website. And again, as I said, the evening session on Friday is open to 5 to 15-year-olds at Solihull College. More than welcome for anyone to attend, but please do book.
Super stuff. You a Birmingham fan yourself?
always going to be a Birmingham fan. Mum's from Smallheath, Dad's from Maycott's Green, so
Correct answer.
there's always going to be a Birmingham fan.
What was the first game you went to?
Can't remember the first game I actually went to. I think Brentford, I think Dicey scored one of the goals, sent us up the one year. I remember that game. Huddersfield away, obviously Tatey and Steve Claridge scoring goals. But yeah, as I said, massive Birmingham fan. Try and get to as many away games as I can. I know a lot of the lads are watching and listening this evening, so they'll be wanting shout outs and things like that.
Oh, give them a few. Go on.
Just before, I've had comments saying you didn't ask Thomas what he wanted for the weekend. Because apparently that's what you're supposed to do when you show him somebody's head.
Some hair. It's his hair back.
I didn't ask Thomas.
What he wanted for the weekend. Come on, think. Barbers. Hello, sir. Do you anything for the weekend?
No, come on.
No.
Lost him.
Speak to your son.
General small talk in the hairdresser, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he can talk for England, believe me, about any subject going. I've lost my phone. Anybody seen it?
No, I've just heard it go
It's
somewhere.
It's on charge behind you, mate.
Right, I've got it. There we go. I usually end up leaving something. If you've got any questions for Craig, you're very welcome to write them on the box and we'll get round to them and read them out, as we always do. Alright, okay, there's been quite a few. Dave Portman says, Blake, my son, your Disability League under 12 loves Chantal is amazing.
Fantastic, great to
Okay.
hear.
Sweet.
Always good to hear when the staff are doing really well, so yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Lindsay Phillips, nothing like watching grassroots kids Sunday game to see passion for the shirt and togetherness as a team. Craig Corney, I didn't ask whether he needed any for the weekend. Do you need anything for the weekend? I'm on with it now.
So slow tonight. You are. What's the matter with you?
I fell off a ladder today. Only the last two wrongs, but didn't half hurt my knee. Okay, some more messages for Thomas. Nice one, lad. Bleep Tracy has shared. Well done. Great show of hair. Stop that. Right. Hashtag Jack's got friends. Last week we put a small appeal out for a little boy who listens to the show, and exactly what happened was he came home from school on the Friday and asked his nan why he got no friends at school, and that shout box last week went wild. I'm your friend Jack, I'm your friend Jack. There was just hundreds of messages coming in. They were that fast we couldn't read them, could we?
Literally hundreds,
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 7, I believe.
Likes football?
I'll put you in touch afterwards. Yeah.
Put us in touch.
Yeah,
As I said,
obviously through confidentialities and one thing and another.
yeah, with us, as I said, as a community trust, and I know my colleague Anthony is going to be probably sitting here watching, but no, for us, we're a community trust. Let's see what we can do.
I'd rather do that off air though, if that's all right with you.
No problem.
Superb, wonderful. So there you go, Jack. I mean, you'll probably listen again. You may get a little visit.
Let's see what we can do.
All right, nice one. Yeah, it was a bit of an horrible story, but it turned out he was absolutely over the moon. He was trying to contact us everything last week, wasn't he, on YouTube and one thing. Bless him, little duck. We'll have him in one day, I'm sure. But no, thanks to everybody for their support on that hashtag Jack's Got Friends. You made a little child's day, and you also made him realise that there are other people out there. Just because you don't know them, right? And this is what we call our blues family. There are other people out there. It's like this guy here, right? There's me stranded in Wigan. Gives me a lift home all the way to Utah.
Thought I got flashed by a speed camera there, did I? It's like, no.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
I think it's brilliant. It's what we know of the club, and it's what the club's about.
Stronger
As you
together.
said, I think you hit the nail on the head. You said it's a family, and
It is.
and ultimately that's what we all are.
It is. However, families sometimes fall out.
Certainly
And
do.
the weekend was a prime example. And a lot of things have been said, a lot of things have been written, one thing or another. You know what my stance is, and anybody, from my point of view, either A wants to run on a pitch or B wants to hit somebody else is just a numpty. Don't turn up, don't bother coming. Why spoil the day for everybody else? You were there, Steve,
Yeah, it was there.
and you were there, Brenda.
I was there, yeah.
I wasn't there because I wouldn't pay Leeds United that dirty £40 to go to that game, right?
Yeah.
I made that stance and I absolutely stood by it. I would not pay the money to go to watch that, even though it's Blues. I just think that's just a ridiculous amount of money for a championship football game, but that's another subject. Okay, let's talk about the game for a start off then, because that's quite important. Thomas!
Well done, mate.
Thomas has had the clap off the Tilton Talk Show. There you go.
Yeah, would it? I'll find out tomorrow.
Be in touch, mate. Nice one. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
All the best, guys.
Thanks.
See you later.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
You take care, mate. Ta-ra.
I don't.
Yeah, let's talk about the game first then. Jude Bellingham mistake for the only goal in the game. And we were under a cosh, I think, for large parts of it from what I could see off Twitter. Obviously, I was at work, one thing or another. So,
I thought we played well.
right, okay.
I don't know, for me, I think, and we had comments as well afterwards from Leeds fans. Obviously, I put my post up on Sunday, which obviously I'll get onto in a bit. I put a post up on Sunday, and we had Leeds fans posting on it, and some of them were saying to me that they've never played a team that strong this season.
Right.
So obviously, if their fans think we played well, then, you know, am I just being biased and saying that we played well, or? You know?
I don't know. I'll gauge everybody else's reactions. Anybody else that went to the game there, can you please say whether we played well or not? Right. Was there any hassle during the game?
You could see that there was a few little bits of arguments with stewards behind, with fans arguing with whether they're stewards or police. I don't know, because they're different, wearing different coloured tabards. So, you know, but there was a couple behind us that were having a bit of a before even the whistle had even blown.
Nick Langston says we played really well, Nick. So thank him for that. Thank you very much. So yeah, so that's the opinion. Obviously, it's been overshadowed by other things over the weekend. Not the sort of things we want to talk about. We'll talk about it once and that's it. We'll drop it. That subject will then no longer be discussed on the show again. Boom.
Yeah.
End up. And so, when did the trouble start?
Not long after the final whistle.
Right. Okay.
From what I could see, it started down in the corner just in front of where the disabled block is, and it was
the disabled block at Leeds. There are Leeds supporters and Birmingham supporters in that.
Yeah, in the same corner.
Funny enough, you can sit together.
Well, you've got it's wheelchair users rather than like in front of us in block C15. You've got ambulant disabled supporters as
Right,
well,
okay,
so people that don't need a wheelchair but have like hidden disabilities or walk with a stick or whatever, you know. So you've got people that can manage to get into the stadium that don't need a wheelchair sat just in front, but on the other side it's just wheelchair users.
You're closer if you
on
could.
the same corner. Don't like getting
Put your
closer.
chair in. I can't see you over there. Are you too dark?
So yeah, we're all in the same corner, and from the full time whistle went, I went to go and queue up for the toilet because, like most clubs, there's only one disabled loo between like 20 of you, so you have to like queue up before getting back to the coach.
How many is there at St Andrews?
Along the front of the Gilmerritt where I am, there's two underneath, and then there's another one upstairs. I think, I don't know. I've never been up there.
Okay.
But that also, them two toilets in the corner in the Gilmerritt are shared with the paddocks as well. So that like probably about 40 to share two disabled toilets.
Is that anything as a club we could look at?
I don't know, that'd be something that obviously the customer services.
They don't.
Yeah, it'd have to go for a Dave, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it's all down to finance again, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Look, yeah.
I think we're coping, to be fair, because I think people like stagger themselves going anyway. So I don't think I've never known a massive queue at the toilet.
So, as a disabled supporter at Blues, how do you rate your match day experience on a game day basis for the facilities and one thing and that? Marks out of 10.
Out of 10. Obviously, there's room for improvement, so I'd say about 7 out of 10. Because
7 out of
obviously, any club, you know, we're not one of the worst clubs. There's a lot places a lot worse. Yeah,
Some people even leave you out in the rain, don't they?
yeah, but some of that's like a bit of part and parcel and a bit of fun of the game, innit? You know.
Yeah.
Some of us enjoy it. Gilly's seen me sat there, not caring a world, watching the game.
In Birmingham, they use some disabled toilets in the cops as well.
Oh, there's disabled toilets in the other stands as well. Yeah, it's not obviously, but in the area where we are.
Yeah,
It's
just on
just
the
the
Okay, so you nip to the loo.
nip to the loo. I'd stopped at the top of the ramp. There's a ramp that goes down for the wheelchair users to get out because you're halfway up the stand. And the steward asked me to move like into one of the home wheelchair bays.
Right.
So I've moved into there.
So you're in your wheelchair?
Yeah, I was in my
Right.
chair.
So just so I can get the complete picture.
So I've gone and put myself in one of the home wheelchair bays and watching the end of the game, fans applauding the team off and what have you, oblivious to anything else going on. And down in the corner, there was a couple of people arguing with over the top of the stewards towards Leeds fans. So obviously, I'm not just blaming Blues fans for what anyone says. You know what I mean? For me, both sides were as bad as each other. Both teams were giving verbals towards each other, and I don't know who started the pushing, but then pushing started between stewards and our supporters, and then I just see like a swarm coming down the stand up behind because it's like on a ledge. There's about a 5-foot wall behind where we sit in the wheelchairs, and my first thought was, "Where's my son?" Because he's got autism as well, and he panic. So I've looked over, and he's just watching, just looking at the pitch, not realising there's people coming down behind. Then as I get over, one of the other wheelchair users, his dad had noticed that they were coming down, and he was trying to get out, and they were jumping over the wall, landing on top of his son in his chair, and no word of apology, nothing. Looked at him, saw him in the chair, and just carried on running down the stand. So and just couldn't believe it. They just didn't know what was going on. And then that my eyesight then was just trying to pick out all our disabled fans out of the stand to try and get as many out as possible, because the police were starting to make do their line, weren't they, to stop people pushing across. They started lining up. Brenda was there, oblivious as well, weren't you, Bren?
Yeah.
Just like not knowing what's going on, and
I mean, I've read all the stories and seen some videos. I've seen videos of people launching traffic cones in the street.
Yeah. That come from the car park, didn't it? From the Blues fans out into the Leeds fans. I've seen that video. But the Leeds fans were throwing stuff as well.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, definitely.
Because when we got put in like a sterile area between two big iron gates, didn't we?
Yeah.
So who
for
looked after
safety.
you? Who looked after you?
The Leeds stewards.
Stewards
So
looked after
Stewards
us
at Leeds,
every
they got
time.
us all into a void area,
Okay.
locked us in, said no one's going to get you in here, and kept us in there for nearly an hour while they tried to
Go
calm
for
it all
hot
down.
coffee, didn't they?
Yeah, that was afterwards, wasn't it? After a bit, because it was all starting to get a bit cold. I got a chest infection anyway, but I still went, but yeah.
See, after the final whistle went, the Leeds fans come into the corner, gouging Birmingham City on, and like what Steve said, there was a few at the front trying to push, and then next minute, all mayhem.
It doesn't take long, does it, for things to explode?
I've worked in nightclubs all my life, mate.
But the thing is, it's the other fans that come running down afterwards. Just leave them to it. Let them few fans do whatever they're shouting.
Let them get
about
arrested. I don't care. Let them get banning orders. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, there was fans with the face masked up in the stands all the way through the game. So what have they got them on for?
Lindsay Phillips, it was nice. It wasn't nice, sorry, being a carer on Saturday. I had to use my first aid while still making sure people were safe. A good game that became a scary situation in the position we were in. Fair play to Steve. He stayed as long as he could to get as many disabled supporters safe. Well done,
Gilly knows, Liam, don't you? Liam Hindley from the disabled team. He got he was trying to get out, him and his dad, and he got hit with a police baton from what's been said. At least that's what he thinks happened, and he was on the floor crying. And I'm saying to the police, look, he's got autism. Can't you get him out? He's scared to death, and they just couldn't. They couldn't break the police line, unfortunately. Whereas if the fans hadn't come running down, maybe the disabled fans would have gone out. But, hindsight, innit?
I just wonder, Steve, whether people actually think about their actions and think about how much this hurts other people, be it disabled groups, vulnerable people.
Well, that's why I wrote that post. To be fair,
Real
to try because this
supporters who just don't want to see
this
this kind
isn't
of
just
stuff.
a one-off incident. This happens at most games, whether it's celebrating a goal. If disabled supporters are sat pitch side and there's a goal celebration, we get fell up on all the time. People jump all over us, you know, and we get surrounded. Some people don't like being surrounded. That's why they like the seats at the front. You know, they don't like feeling claustrophobic and closed in, because you're already in a vulnerable situation as it is, and then to be surrounded by supporters, you know, makes it a bit more difficult again. And especially when they're a bit excitable. I've had people drunk stood behind me, falling all over me, dribbling down my neck and singing and spitting everywhere. And by the time I've got home, I've had 3 showers.
I mean, when we used to play
Sometimes.
Wolverhampton as well, they watered up the top and the throwing things, and us disabled people, we used to get drenched with bottles and coins and everything.
Not a nice place to go to. Not a nice place to go to. Shame, really, that, you know, we've got such good things going on with your boxes, with your community work. This gentleman here's just had his head shaved, all on one show tonight. Jeremy's here. Come on, Blues!
No.
Oh, you
Come on, Jeremy.
He's gone on strike. He's gone on strike. That's the way.
It's got its army of fans at Birmingham City.
And don't be sorry, mate. Don't be sorry.
Sorry.
It's. Do you know what? It's part of my day. It's part of my game. It's part of my day out.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to come down the road, shouting that. Love it. I've always got a massive smile on my face every time I hear it. And you know, this coming together that we've got here tonight. All the effort that's gone in for people to be here, and it can all be.
I'm normally in bed by now, watching the show.
We didn't run on that, Steve. But I don't know. It just makes me sad. Really, I think that's the only word that I can use. Is that despite all the wonderful things that go on, there is an element of morons with scars around their faces, and I can't. That's right. I'll call them what I like, because I'm calling what I like. I'm 58 years old. There's no good hitting me, I'd snap. To be perfectly honest with you, but I don't know. Now, you've been speaking today about biometrics, haven't you?
Pardon me?
About fingerprinting.
Yeah. Well, I went up to Birmingham City today, actually. Tried to speak to a mayor, but a mayor was in a meeting, and I saw Pauline, and she agrees with me. What they should do, okay, is get the ticket, but the board, not just Birmingham City, but every football should have like a scanner where they show the ticket and they put a finger on the scanner, and it will come up if they're banned or they can go in. And if they're banned, no way can they pass the turnstile.
No, the simplest thing is,
They actually leave, and I think it's
there on my
better.
iPhone is a biometric scanner
Yeah, that's
that
it. I
scans my
didn't know,
fingerprint.
but
3 seconds later, I'll either turn my phone off if it's me, or say
Yeah, but people can change them, they can't they, in the settings. If you've got
no. What I'm
biometric
saying
scanners.
is, what I'm saying is, the technology is there.
Oh, the technology's there, yeah, because the
there.
kids use it in the school to buy the lunches. If the kids can use it in the school to buy the lunches,
Yeah.
why can't people use it? It'll save on the plastic. Obviously, all this big thing about single-use plastics. What happens to the season tickets at the end of the year? They all go in the bin.
Go my collector's bin. Nothing goes in the bin from Birmingham City Football Club, mate. I have a shrine, Steve. I really do.
I ain't got space. I've got too many kids.
Yeah, I think that would be a good way forward. Whether it's eye scanners and doing their facial recognition.
I think things like that would have to come from FA level, though, wouldn't they, rather than club level
I don't know.
biometrics.
You know, the club's the club. The club could just turn around and say, you know.
Well, what
But
I
how do
think
you
as
get
well-
the,
What we're gonna
if
do
you've got
to stand
biometrics though, how do you get your away fans in?
Huh?
You'd have to revert back to ticketing for your away fans.
You'd
And
have
if
to,
that's where the
yes.
problem, if that's
Yeah.
where people see the problem lies with people passing on away tickets, then it's not solving the issue, is it?
No, but it's solving the issue of anybody with a banning order.
Not from away fans though, because I could go and buy a ticket, go have that to my brother. He could go in, cause trouble, and nobody know who he is.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's not just Birmingham City should have one. It should be all football.
So I'm saying it should be an FA level, shouldn't it? It
so-
should be at the FA level.
Well, Nick Lemonson says it was a
Yeah,
cold day, Nick. Is it illegal to wear a scarf? No, it's not illegal to wear a scarf, but it's a bit foolhardy to cover your face up at a football game if you don't want to be recognised. And sorry, mate, I'll be like this in the middle of winter. You'll rarely see me with my arms covered up.
But you
Why-
mentioned the
why I need to have-
disguise,
why I
then those who are banned, they could start growing a beard, start growing their hair, putting glasses on, so they can disguise themselves that way. But with a scanner, they had to have a ticket anyway, and as they show the ticket, they had to put their fingers on, and then the turnstile people who's letting them in will say if they're banned or not, because we'll come up banned and things like that. And I think it's something like that every footballer now should have it, you know. I mean, we're stamping out the racism, which is a good thing. And, you know, we've just got to get rid of these hooligans who goes just to fight. And you've got to think of the little kids of today, the next generation. They don't want to go to a football scene that, you know, you don't have it in cricket, you don't have it in rugby.
Oh, you do, believe it or not.
So,
But it just doesn't
why?
get advertised as much.
You know.
And it does happen. It does happen. Certainly at the races.
Oh, the races, yeah, but I mean fighting. Very rare you see that in cricket or rugby.
Okay, well, I think we're going to leave that there, where it is.
Yeah.
And boom. That'll be the last time I talk about it. Because
And I want to touch on what Nick
I'm more
Langston's
interested.
saying. I want to say
Yeah, go on then.
Nick's saying who's saying that they were trying to hide the face. It's in there's photos out there, there's videos out there with them hiding the faces
Yeah.
in the Blues crowd. So it's not anyone's trying to say, it's actual fact. They was hiding the faces. There's photographs. You know what I mean? I don't want to fall out with any Blues fans.
nah.
You know what I mean? There's no need to fall out. There was a few people that caused a bit of a stir. Other fans wanted to get involved because it probably looked like a bit of fun. But in the meantime, my concern is the disabled fans that got trampled over. That's the thing I'm worried about.
And
I
your
don't want it
son.
to happen again.
And
don't
your
want.
son.
Well, not even my son, not and just
No,
my
and
son.
your son. You're obviously
Yeah,
concerned about
there was
him, yeah?
there was somebody else there disabled, and they got the grandkids with them, and the grandkids are only about 6 or 7, and they were scared to death. I had to put myself in the way so they could get them out. I mean, it's not good. It shouldn't happen.
Yeah, Birmingham City fans, think before you leap. Think before you leap. It's not just the physical damage that can be done, it's that emotional trauma as well, you know, for vulnerable people. Yeah.
And another
Right.
thing as well, it's not just at Blues it happens. I hear it from other disabled clubs as well throughout the country.
Right.
So it's a football thing. It's not a club. It's not just Birmingham City. Other clubs have said to me, "I'm glad you've spoken up, because it happens to us as well, and nobody cares. Nobody seems bothered." Now we could show that our fans are bothered. Our fans could lead the way and show them that they look after the disabled fans all the time. Now, if that was a different thing and the Leeds fans were coming towards us and they got in the way, that's different. You know what I mean? Because they're creating a barrier for us, but it wasn't that day.
Is there any barriers between the Birmingham City disabled supporters and the Leeds disabled supporters?
Not really.
No.
Not really. So
it's-
again, that's poor from Leeds.
Well, it's not really, because you can all sit together.
No, but it is poor in a way because it's not just the disabled fans that are across from us. You've also got able-bodied fans across, so they could quite easily, if they wanted to, nip through. There ain't many stewards in the way. There was obviously at the end, but not during the game. You know, someone could pretend to be in the disabled area, sneak through. It's not me. I hope not.
No, it's not me. I'm not buzzing. Brenda.
It's always one every week.
Right, yeah.
Oh, it was a.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, I think there'll probably be an EFL inquiry into this yet again. The club will probably be punished yet again.
Yeah.
And who's the people that get hurt the worst are the people that care the most, as usual.
They
However,
don't realise, but it's money. What we're going to get fined, what could buy us players. They don't see that.
The thing is, though, the biggest worry for me, is it going to be a fine this time? because we've still got that other stuff hanging over our heads, haven't we, from the Grealish incident where we didn't control our fans. You know, obviously, I think the thing going for us, it was at an away club, so it's down to the away club to control the fans, not our stewards, it's a little bit different, but have to wait and see, won't we? What comes of it?
Yep, we will wait and see. Right, Blackburn tomorrow, under the lights, St Andrews. I should be leaving home around about 5 o'clock in the evening. Got the wench to do my shift for me tomorrow at 8. That's the way you do it, isn't it? What do you want to make tonight? Where do you sit?
So match days for me, we oversee all the ball boys.
Right, yeah, cool.
So we oversee all them. So that comes through our department. We work with Amir and Cam in the ticket office.
Uh-huh.
So we provide all the on-pitch stuff for the mascots as well. And it's just a matter of liaising with JP, the kit man, and obviously the boss.
So a match day's a busy day for you then?
Yeah, very busy. Yeah, it's part of our routine now.
Cool. There was some breaking news a couple of minutes ago. Apparently Mr Rowett's gone to Millwall. Not that anybody's interested. No, move on. I'll say you're really heavily involved on a match day.
Yeah, we're really, really involved, yeah. So as I said to you, we liaise with JP, the kit man, and he passes messages on from the boss to see if we're speeding things up, slowing things down, or whatever we're doing. So
right, okay.
Yeah, so that's that.
And do you get to watch the match?
Yeah, we do. I watch it from by Steve really in the tunnel.
Sometimes he passes the ball back too quick.
Yeah, I have been told off once or twice, shall we say. There have been times where they've been a bit slow, Steve, as well.
I think we've called it game management in here before.
There you go.
One or two occasions.
Tell him he might hurt himself if he runs.
Yeah, might do.
Right, shares competition, please, gents. Oh, Christ. There's some selfies going on in there and some pictures. Shares competition.
I'm more interested in what's Jeremy doing than anything else is going on.
You should get Jeremy in the corner.
Competition.
Yeah,
Right.
He's going to draw the YouTube competition, right?
Right, okay, Jeremy.
The winner goes to
Luton, is
the
it?
game tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night. This is for a game tomorrow night. 2 tickets for tomorrow night. Got to be picked up from the cop. You need
What a
ID.
cop.
Come on, then.
Go on, Jeremy.
Go on, Jeremy. The winner is
TJ87.
TJ87 is the winner.
TJ87. Is there a name on the back of that?
No, that's somebody else's.
All right, okay.
I know who it is though, so we'll sort it out later.
Okay, so that's 2 tickets for tomorrow night's game. Congratulations and thank you to Boyle Sports for your support. And of course for sponsoring the Tilton Talk Show. And you guys too.
Yeah, they give us some sponsorship as
I'm loving
well.
the van, the stickers on the van with the Tilton
yeah.
Talk Show on it and that. That's book of that is always about, quite made up.
Oh, you know, we support each other. That's like
Absolutely.
we said, you know.
Absolutely.
Got to support one another.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 right. So that we go, that's that one done. Now, Alphabetti Blues. Can we do that one, Chris? Where's the cup? Where's the cup for the alphabet? No, the cup for the Alphabetti one. The small one.
There you go. I said, I'll get Geoffrey to pass
Yeah.
it out to you. Can you give that to Nick?
Go on, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Come on, Jeremy. Thank you, my friend. There we go, buddy. Nice one. Right, inside here are 26 letters of the alphabet, or there were 26 letters of the alphabet. So we've been pulling one out every single week, and everybody names their favourite blues ever player with the surname that begins with the letter. So if you could just pull one out of there for us, chap.
H.
H this week.
Okay.
Right.
So,
I'll go first then.
Go on.
I'll pick a colleague of mine,
Go on.
Graham Hyde.
I'm going with Bob Atten.
My dad would have said that. Yeah.
Hoppy?
I'm as old as your dad, then, am I? Hoppy, yeah.
Hoppy? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's H, people. Away you go. Your favourite ever blues player beginning with a H.
This is easy when I'm at home. I can Google it.
Horsfield.
Do just vote for your favourite one though. Don't mention
Horsfield.
everyone.
Yeah, Jeff Horsfield, yeah.
Yeah, Horsfield.
Teresa Kempster's going Barry Horn.
Had before.
Horsfield?
Horsfield, yeah.
I said Horsfield.
Brian Adam Wilkes, beg your pardon, saying Brian Hughes. See you tomorrow night, Adam. Thank you. And right. Benji Smith's gone the horse. Ray Price the horse. Kevin French Hatton. Brian Hughes from Paul Lidday. Horsfield, Hughes, Hopkins. Horsfield from Craig Courtney. Lee Malin, Hopkins. So there we are. And what we do then was we're going to pick a favourite 11 out of the 26 in position. come the end of the year.
Brilliant.
Really? It's funny things we got up to on this little show, isn't it? Crazy.
The old Trafford hockey. Hockey.
Get Graham Hyde on the show.
Yeah, by all means, any of them. Any of them. Bell and Bow, you name it.
Bell and Bow,
the kit
yeah.
man. We'd love to find out, what happens to the kits and away days, this, that, and the other. The people who cut the grass, anybody. Seriously, I genuinely mean it. Anybody can come along. The door's always open.
Except when they're closed.
There we are.
There you go.
Mick Hartford.
Mick Hart, oh yeah, what a player. Mick Hartford, yeah.
Hotter.
Yeah, got it
Hotter.
Hot.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll leave that one. Blackburn tomorrow night. Steve Portman, can I have your predictions, please?
2-0.
2-0 to Blues.
Blues,
Brenda.
yeah.
2-1. We're 2-1.
Tomorrow, are we playing tomorrow now?
Yeah, we're playing tomorrow night, Bren.
Jeremy's
Blackburn.
going 2-1.
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
I'm going to 2-2.
Sorry?
2-2.
2-2.
Ben, come on.
Craig.
Great,
I'm going to go 1-0. Birmingham.
great.
1-0.
What do you want? 2-1?
Is it Ben, is it?
Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
2-1. We're 2-1.
What are you going for, Ben?
I wouldn't really mind a draw or nothing. Be a good day out, so.
The draw? No, 1-1-2-2. What do you reckon?
1-1.
1-1. Okay.
2-1.
Mrs. Brown.
I'm going to go 2-1.
Yay!
To really free change.
2-1. And I'm going to stick my neck out and go 3-1
To who?
to Blues.
Oh, that's
To who? That's a silly question.
3-1 to the Blues tomorrow.
Can I just have got somebody calling at 8:30? The people, our friends from the WMP.
Yes, you can. And his name is Colin Barlow. Colin Barlow from West Midlands Police will be on the phone with us.
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Why?
They've heard your ear.
They're after you, Jeremy. They're after
Do
you.
you mind if I go now? Because I've got to pick someone up.
No,
from
Brenda,
outside.
thanks ever so much for
Okay,
coming in,
thank
sweetheart.
you
It's
very
lovely to see you.
much.
I'll see you tomorrow night outside Bar 8.
Thank you.
Bless you, darling. Take care.
Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you.
Bye.
Jeremy, you got to go now, mate.
Yeah.
One more, come on, Blues from you.
Huh?
One more, come on, Blues.
Huh?
Quiet one.
Come on, Blues. Go
Come
on.
on, Blues.
That's it.
Shut your mouth,
Mate, I'll see you
second.
tomorrow, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
Jeremy, good to see you,
Lovely
mate.
man. What a
See you
lovely
coffee
lad.
morning, alright?
Brilliant.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bring the
Bye-bye.
ball.
See you at 11.
Bye, Ben. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye, Ben.
Bye, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I've got to say bye.
Say goodbye to Ben.
It's a big walk to get to Ben, isn't it?
Ben.
Craig Courtney's going 2-0. Pete Taylor 3-0 to the Blues. Mick Greaves says Mick Housel. 3-2 to the Blues from Steve Gill. Lindsay Phillips is going 2-1. Eileen Hodges is going 4-1. She's going even one better than me. Tony Ward. How did we forget this one? Roger Hind.
Roger Hind. Who's
Yeah.
that? Tony Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my colleagues.
Yeah?
Works for me, does a great job. Yeah, brilliant. Steve Gill. Is that one as well?
Dan McQuillan says
That's my dad.
4-sell.
Bye.
Jeremy.
Right, okay.
Brilliant.
See you, mate.
Yeah, tomorrow.
You bet, mate.
Yeah,
Up the Blues.
yeah.
D Bishop's going 2-1. Dennis Bohemia says Hoppy. Yeah. Jazz McDonald's going 3-1, same as me. Chucho Hillard 3-1, same as me. We'll take our chances tomorrow. 4-1 says Eileen. BCFC matches 2-0 to Blues. 4-0 to Blues from Andy Smith. 2-1 to Blues Nick Lanston. 3-0 to Blues Benji Smith. Bleeps for AC bye. Well, I thought I'd read out. Dale McQuillan 3-1. Roy Cornish 3-0 Blues. Happy with a 1-0 from Mick Greaves. And Adam Wilkes by Brenda and Jeremy. They've gone now, so that's it. We've said that for them. 0-1 boring rubbish game, says Martin Swinsko. Okay. This week's shares, Mrs. Brown,
Okay.
are for 4 tickets
They are.
for the Luton Town game.
So cheer tonight.
Right,
Cheer
so
tonight.
share, and share away. And then we'll have our young chap rooting through to find out who shared. Put them all on the list down. Put them in the cup for next week. And then
Tomorrow morning we're going to.
oh, right, okay.
The winners for tomorrow morning.
Right, okay, so that's 4 tickets. 4 tickets for the Luton Town match. You've got to be in it to win it. Got to be in it to win it. Yeah, say we'd just to know how all the workings go on and everything. Anybody you can ever think of at any
Yeah,
time?
no, by all means. I know Claire and Dave have been on before, haven't they?
Yeah.
From listening to some of the shows, so yeah. No.
Yeah.
See what we can do from our community side.
Loving it, man. Loving it. Obviously, if you can get the boss in, well, you know.
Leave that one with Davo.
He's got nothing better to do on a Monday night, surely. Yeah, let's just come along here and have a chat.
You nearly had the previous boss in.
We did. We came close, didn't we? We did come close. Okay, 3 goals. The Tilton Talk hat trick. Are we ready?
Cricky.
I know it's all go tonight, mate. It's already 8:30. 25 past 8. So we've got to get this done quick because
You've got a lot to do.
Colin's ringing in at 8:30. So
Okay. I'll just give us a second. Okay. So here's the first one. Who is it? What's it all about?
Every time they've attacked Birmingham, and again it was a case of poor defending.
play that one again, son.
I will do.
Every time they've attacked Birmingham, and again it was a case of poor defending.
Not easy.
That's not so easy this week, is it?
Yeah.
Any ideas, Steve?
They were too easy.
I got a clue, mate.
No, normally.
I'm busy looking
No.
through here. Teresa Kempson, obviously, Ian from Boys of Labour said he'd like to donate 2 tickets in their box for Millwall for something on the
Oh, that's fantastic.
messages.
That's brilliant.
Superb. You'll get in touch, Chris?
Yeah, well done.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice one. Thank you. Thank you.
The donations are coming in as well, so thanks for that. For the haircut. Brilliant.
So that was the first one. No reaction yet. Gregory says, evening from Porthcawl. Good evening to you, Gregory. Wendy Mills is also watching. Good evening to you. And Martin Swinscoe says, was that Obi?
Nope.
Obi Femi Martin is laying about League Cup final, Carling Cup
Nope.
final. No, it wasn't Obi.
No.
Sorry, Martin.
No. I'll play again.
David Dunn versus the... Can't say the word.
Can't mention that.
Don't say the word.
We just want the game and the season.
Lee Malin's gone for Horsefield, 3rd goal versus them. First derby game back in the Premier League.
Oh, when was the first year? What was the first year back in the club? When was the first year? 2004, 2005?
Don't know. It's no good asking me anything on memory.
Well,
The worst memory out.
okay. I think he's spot on there. Actually.
Okay, so
Every
that's
time
number 1
they've
done, number
attacked
2 then coming up.
Birmingham,
So we're going to
and
give
again
that
it
one
was
to
a
Lee
case
Malin.
of
That's
poor
Horsefield, 3rd
defending.
goal against them up the road. The first derby back in the Premier League. Well done, Lee. How you spotted that, mate? I don't know.
No.
You must have a mind like just full of like Blues knowledge.
Who scored this goal?
This is the competition. Is who scored this goal?
Total delirium at St Andrews. But in an instant, the substitute makes the impact.
And again,
There's a clue there.
yeah, but I'm partial deaf.
Total
Yeah, that's
delirium
good.
at St Andrews. But in an instant, the substitute makes the impact.
Substitute makes the impact. There you go. Who scored that goal? Who scored that goal?
Could be Kevin Phillips.
You're going Kevin Phillips. Dave Moore saying Emil Heskey. Eileen Hodges is going Lee Bowyer versus West Ham.
Nope. What is he's watching? So he knows what he says now. Oh, somebody's just got. I just spotted somebody just got the has got the goal scorer there.
Stern John.
No, the goal scorer was David Davies.
All right, Graham Haynes. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, what was the year?
Oh, you didn't ask that. You only asked what was the goal score.
Okay,
You
I'll
can't start
give
making
that.
your own rules up once you.
What was it, the Villa? Was it the Villa games?
It was, yeah.
It would have been, yeah.
2016, 17. Okay,
Great
here's-
strike as well, that.
Yeah.
And the third one. Here we go.
Great strike.
Here's the third one.
The place has gone wild. It is blue tinged with gold.
Blue tinged with gold.
This one's a bit difficult.
Blue tinged with gold.
It's a bit difficult, this one.
Now I wonder if the clues in that is anything to do with David Gold.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, talk amongst yourselves.
Do you want to do it again or not? Or is that it?
Right.
No, that's
that's
it.
it.
He's legged it.
Yeah.
That is a difficult one. Blue tinged
Yeah.
with gold. Somebody will get it. I know they will because they always do.
It's not something to do with Blues beating Wolves, is it? Somewhere along the lines?
Good.
So it's 2 minutes.
Okie dokie. Ooh.
Did I tell you the who it was?
No, we don't know yet. Is it Lee Bowyer,
No.
Gardner, Lazaridis,
No.
Blues versus West Ham?
No.
Eileen says it's defo a cup game. Horsfield in the playoff final. Simon Noonan.
No.
Garda. I don't know what that one is.
No.
Adam Wilkes is saying Claridge.
No.
Arsenal Cup final.
No.
Stan Lazaridis.
No.
1961 final versus B6.
No.
No.
It is in fact Martin Granger. 2-0 against Sheffield United 2001, 2002.
So that's two to the crowd, one to you.
Yeah.
Two to the crowd, one to you. All right, we've I think we've got Colin on now, have we?
Yeah, if you just
Oh, thank you.
wait for 2 seconds, I'll just plug you in the
Oops,
right
sorry.
one. There you go.
Where do I need to put this?
In front of you. Sorry.
All right, thank you.
You might need the headphones.
I probably will.
Yeah.
Hello, Colin.
Oh, good evening to you.
Hey, nice to have you back, mate. Are you all right?
Yeah, very well indeed, yeah?
Yeah, sweet, lovely. Bit loud for me, yeah? Yeah, okay, perfect. Right, what have you been up to since last we met?
We had a busy afternoon on Saturday,
Heard about
which
that.
is which I'm sure you've heard about. But as I say, season's got underway, hasn't it? And what are we? Third of the way through, are we now? Or not so far off that?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah. And as I say, Saturday was a disappointing day, I think it's fair to say.
From a supporter's point of view as well, yeah. From somebody who doesn't get involved in any of that kind of malarkey, I like to have a bit of banter. I like to have the laugh and the crack with the away supporters. I love it, but that's as far as I go. I wouldn't even consider thinking about jumping over a fence trying to get at somebody or whatever. So
It was a strange one, Nick, because as I think for anybody who was there, the atmosphere was one of the best atmospheres I've seen at a game in a very long time. A full house at Ellen Road. Let's be fair, the atmosphere is probably one of the best in the country, isn't it? Ellen Road at the best of times.
yeah,
But obviously their centenary, a good following from Blues of 2000, biggest fan Blues taken up there for quite a number of years. And as I say, during the game, it was a cracking atmosphere, and there was banter, and that's all it was. Banter across the seg line, banter across the two sets of fans, with no issues, and you know, and that's all part and parcel of football and the game we love, isn't it, Nick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too right. I love it. I love, you know, when we played Stoke the other week and they went 1-0 up, and that rendition of Delilah soon got drowned out a couple of minutes later. It was lovely.
And I say, and that's part and parcel of what it is, and that's what the fans enjoy and everything. And at no point did I foresee what was going to come at all.
Right.
You know, I just didn't get that feeling from it inside the ground. Yes, it was lively, especially when Blues sort of pressing, sort of, you know, those last few minutes. They had a couple of sort of half chances, didn't they, and stuff. But I'd say I never saw anything like that coming. We left the ground probably just after the ball went up, so with a couple of minutes to go, went outside. And for the first 5-10 minutes outside the ground, there was absolutely no issues at all.
Right.
I'll come back to the inside in a minute, because for those who've been to Ellen Road, the layout is very similar to Blues with the away fans. You come out almost on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
The away fans filter out onto Ellen Road. The away fans filter out Ellen Road through some gates, and the home fans come out next to it. So it's almost identical to Blues. I stayed outside 5-10 minutes. And there was no segregation outside. There was no need. And as I say, I didn't expect anything to happen. We've obviously then been told in relation to disorder going on inside the ground. And then it's really gone on from there, really, with disorder inside the ground, and which then continued outside, unfortunately, afterwards as well.
Do you think the inside one was a catalyst for what went on outside then?
The catalyst for outside was clearly what had happened inside, because as I say, initially I was outside and there were no problems. What's happened inside, I think that's open to debate. I've spoken to a number of people. I've seen numerous clips. I've spoken to the local police. I've spoken to the club, and I think everybody who was there will probably have a completely different opinion. What has sparked off that problem inside the grounds, in amongst the Blues fans, and then what's going on from there. There is going to be a full investigation by West Yorkshire Police, which is the area which covers Leeds. I've spoken to them today, and everything will come down to the CCTV, really, from inside the stadium, the quality of that. And there's obviously various clips on social media which have been circulating all over the place. But I say, what the actual catalyst was it for inside, I couldn't say at the moment. Whether it was you know, there's various stories, various clips I've seen, but until I think the CCTV becomes more apparent from the club, from Leeds United, it's very hard to say what that actual catalyst was. And then obviously, you know, you read Steve Portman's report that he wrote and what he put on Facebook yesterday.
He's with me now, actually.
Is he? Sorry,
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the show tonight at all.
Yeah,
but
no,
evening,
he's with
evening, Steve.
Evening.
And I say, you read Steve's report, and it's absolutely horrific, isn't it? Let's be honest. These fans, and you know, in the wheelchairs, those who aren't in the wheelchairs, but still sit with sort of the disabled fans, etc.
Mm-hmm.
For those supporters to put up with what Steve's put in his report, I don't think anybody can say that's not utterly disgraceful, is it?
It is. It's vile. It's horrible.
And as I say, it's you've got your own fans sat there in wheelchairs, and Steve will say, you know, the police were stood by the Blues or disabled fans throughout the afternoon, and you know, it really is for other supporters to run through disabled supporters, etc. It is just appalling, and I'm sure the very vast majority of Birmingham City fans would completely agree as well. But as I say, there'll be a full investigation by West Yorkshire Police. I know there were stewards injured, there were fans injured, police officers injured, including myself, in the disorder. And as I say, that's carried on outside the ground as well, with Blues and Leeds fans trying to get at each other, fighting taking place in Elland Road outside between rival fans, numerous missiles thrown, street furniture thrown, coins thrown, etc. And I'm sorry, nobody, you know, we shouldn't be going to the football, and that shouldn't be going on in this day and age.
You're not just going to the football, though, are you, Colin? You're going to work as well.
Yeah. You know, it's, you know, stewards don't go to the ground to work to get assaulted. Fans don't go to the ground to get injured, and police officers don't go to work to get injured either. I had a beer bottle off my helmet. You know, Steve saw me at the end, blood pouring out my hand where the beer bottle had smashed into my hand as well. Time at A&E, etc., etc. So I don't go to work to get assaulted, I'm afraid. And I say stewards don't, and fans who've been injured as well. You know, I've seen young children having to be carried away by their parents due to the disorder that was ongoing, and that's not right at all, I'm afraid.
Bad scenes, man. Don't like it.
But Nick, we know it's the minority, isn't it? We know the very vast majority of everybody who follows Blues, everybody who was at Elland Road was there for the football and the banter, and sadly a minority has spoilt it again. And this isn't the first conversation we've had about this, is it, Nick?
No. Colin, tonight here, right, at the Tilton Talk Show, yeah?
Yeah.
We've had Steve Portman and his son, Ben.
Yeah.
Right? I've had Brenda and Jeremy from the Accessory Blues.
Yeah.
That they were at the game. That was pre-organised for them to be here. It wasn't, look, we've pulled these people in.
Because of what had gone on Saturday, I was talking to Chris and I said, you know, I want to come in and say something because it's not fair. We all go to the football to enjoy it. None of us should be scared to go. I've had people saying that they're not going to go to football again. I mean, just because something like that's gone off and they don't want to put themselves through it again, and it's wrong. And at the minute I'm trying to talk to people and saying, look, you know, don't let one incident put you off and what have you. You know, because it doesn't happen every week. You know, at the worst, like I said earlier, score a goal, people jump around and they might fall on you, but it's never like, there's never violence like that. You know, like what was there on Saturday, people wanting to fight Stu. Anyone that got in the way is wanting to fight them. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, so that, and we've had got a gentleman here called Craig Gill from Birmingham City Football Club who does a lot with the communities and the kids and grassroots football. And then we've had a gentleman walk in tonight and had his head shaved for charity. And I've got Chris Brown here and all.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still there? Have we lost him?
No, I'm still here.
You're still there. Yeah. So like, we've proved that we can come together and do nice and good things for people. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that, don't we?
I just don't get why people want to cover their mouths up with a scarf and go in and have a bit of aggro. I worked in nightclubs for 40 odd years, mate, so I've seen it all.
No, I know, and I think Steve summed it up. We don't see this every week, do we? Let's be perfectly honest.
No.
Blues have sold out nearly everywhere they've gone this season, haven't they? On a Saturday,
Yep.
and I'm sure they'll carry on to do it. And sadly, as I say, there is a very small minority who still wish to engage in violence.
Premeditated, do you think?
I personally, from what I saw on Saturday, I've worked over 1,000 football matches in the place, and I get that feeling, if you know what I mean. I think, you know what, something's not quite right, something's going to happen. And like I said when I started this conversation, Nick, I never thought at all we would get those scenes that we did on Saturday. I just didn't feel it. It didn't have that in the air. Yes, as I'm sure Steve would agree, the atmosphere, it's one of the best in the country, Steve, isn't it, up at Ellen Road? And the Blues fans just added to that atmosphere. It really was. It was phenomenal. And I just didn't get that feeling at all, even towards the end of the game. But as I say, what's actually sparked that inside the stadium, I'm not 100% sure. And I'm sure everybody who was there would have a different version of events of what they believed had sparked it, if you know what I mean. But no, it is disappointing. You know,
Have they got good CCTV at Leeds?
I'd like to think they have.
Right,
I was
okay.
in the control room during half time, but until I start seeing some of the footage, I don't know.
All right.
You've got to understand there will be hundreds of cameras around Ellen Road.
Yeah.
It's those cameras in the right place at the right time, etc. But you know that thing will the CCTV will take a few days to get everything downloaded, and then West Yorkshire Police, who have said there will be a post-match investigation into it all, will start looking at the footage and taking it from there. I've spoken to the Birmingham City Safety Officer today. That he's obviously aware of everything. But I say, I think we just need a few more days really to try and get to a bit more to the bottom of it.
Question here for you from one of our listeners, viewers. Colin, everyone has seen what happened and it's wrong, but do you think the press make a mountain out of a molehill when it's football fans?
The thing is, you know, football violence, football disorder is front page news. It has been for 30, 40 years. The media like putting it on the front page, rightly or wrongly, don't they? If you know what I mean. Something happens and it goes on the front page of the newspaper, doesn't it? You know, you see all the other violence in this country. The shootings, the stabbings, which occur on a daily basis down around the country. But football violence will always make the front page, won't it? For whatever reason, you know. I don't write newspapers, you know what I mean, Nick, you don't write newspapers, but these editors like to put football violence on the front page. And let's be honest, come 5:30, it was all over the internet, wasn't it, on Saturday afternoon?
It was going on as it was happening. People were getting I was getting messages asking if I was okay while it was going on. So obviously that's how quick it went up.
And that's the internet and social media in this day and age. And I say,
I was talking to my
I think
son
there'll
earlier.
always be front page news, sadly.
My son's out in Barcelona, Colin, at the moment. I was chatting to him earlier. He rang me because I did a little job for him this morning. And he rang me to say thanks. And he was chatting and he says, like, it's, you know, if... He said there's that much knife crime with kids and that going on, right? And if it wasn't in the news, then the kids probably wouldn't carry knives. You see where he's coming from?
Yeah, I do. I've seen that because I know there's some police forces have stopped putting on social media when they find somebody with a knife, if that makes sense, because they believe it sort of encourages others to carry knives. Some police forces.
It's a shame he's not here tonight. He was going to be here to cut this chap's hair, actually, but he'd lost his passport. He booked holiday to go to Barcelona, and it was a very last minute thing. I've been up to Liverpool to fetch it and get it sorted out. So he just managed to get his holiday in. Yeah, So if football violence or football hooliganism wasn't reported on as much and as glamorised in the newspapers as it is, and on TV, not so much on TV now actually, because they don't show it at games, do they? They won't show it. If there's stuff going on, which I think is right. Perhaps if we didn't hear about it, it would magically disappear. I doubt it.
I doubt it, sadly, because I think there's always that minority who will just always go that step too far.
Yeah.
And that's where banter turns into violence and disorder. But as I say, it's sad that, as I say, Nick, we've discussed this 3-4 times, haven't we? If you know what I mean.
Yep.
After various fixtures, and we'll see what comes of it. But I say West Yorkshire Police will obviously lead in any investigation
Yeah,
as that where the offence has taken place, and then we'll be heavily involved as well as the days or weeks goes on, and we'll see what comes of it over the coming weeks. Really.
All right, matey. I hope Dan gets better.
No. As I had to have glass removed yesterday from it, and I go to work. I'm a police officer, plenty of police officers get assaulted, and it's not right at all. And as I say, but the hand will improve over the coming days, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
And as I say, I'm meeting a couple of the disabled fans tomorrow night before the game. I got caught up in it all on Saturday. So as I say, we're doing as much as we can. But as I say, it's also a disappointing thing is some of the comments that you read on the media, and it is from other Blues fans, which you put out there, almost condoning the behaviour, which to me is almost as bad as being involved in the first place.
Perfectly put. Well said. Matt has said he appreciates your reply, Colin. Thank you very much.
No problem at all, and all the best to you all.
Yeah, yourself too, mate. We'll catch up with you soon, hopefully on happier notes. You can
certainly will. Happily come back on at some point onto the show.
Yeah, do it.
And look forward to it.
All right, all the best, my friend.
And you.
Take care.
Cheerio now. Bye-bye.
Ooh. Colin Barlow, ladies and gents. Colin Barlow from West Midlands Police. He's been on the show a couple of times, and yeah, he's all right. Nice bloke. Yeah, nice bloke. But like he says, he doesn't deserve to go to work to have glass, taken out of his hand after a game. It's not on. Not on. And if that bottle hit his helmet, how much closer was that to his eyes? Anyway.
Colin works with us quite a bit, to be fair.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Colin works with us quite a bit.
Yeah, nice guy. Right, well, we're into the last 15 minutes, and usually, Craig, on the last 15 minutes of the show, we have a little bit of fun and frivolity, shall we say. And as Thomas did the amazing job of getting his head shaved today, today's word association is anything to do with football, not a football player, anything to do with football and a barber's shop. And there's the evidence.
So I'm not having my haircut. My missus will go mad at me. So there's no haircut for me tonight.
No problem at all.
Easy one, mate.
I've got the clippers.
No chance it's not happening.
So anything you'll find in a barber shop or anything associated with a barber and football. There you go. Alan Shearer. Ooh, there's the first one. Razor Ruddock. No, Benji, no, Benji, he's not my friend. Oh, Benji, I might send you the video. Gilly, what's the best thing you've done in the community that you can post?
That I can post?
Yeah.
I would like to say he knows me well, but I'm not. I don't know who he is. Best thing for me in the community, just working with the young people that we work with and giving something back. As I alluded to, I'm a big Birmingham fan through my family, and lucky enough now to go and work in a role in a club that I love.
I just want one wage slip from there. That's all. With my name on it, I'd be happy then. Be on my wall, I could frame it.
But yeah, no.
No, even if it's just half an hour's work or something, painting a wall or something, I don't know, anything.
More than welcome to come in and volunteer for us anytime you want. anytime. But no, just working with the young people in the community. I think we've I brought some stats in as it happened. So
cool.
Just one I made earlier. But yeah, no, we put this together just before the.
Can we keep that?
You can keep it.
Yes,
Of course you can.
That'll go on the museum wall.
You can put that on the museum wall, no problem. But no, for obviously the viewers there, we've got 10 junior football teams. So they play on a Saturday morning or on a Sunday morning. Both obviously with our community programs. We run 234 after school clubs.
What?
Yeah, across the academic year. We've got 70% of leavers from our education program last year that have gone on to university, either in the UK or the USA.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, we've got that. We've got 14 full-time degree learners at the minute, so they're learning or are being taught a degree in sport. So that's based at St Andrews. And I think what is the big pull for us is that all of our degree learners from 16 all the way through to 19, and our BTEC learners, all their work is based at St Andrews.
Brilliant.
So it's brilliant from the club, obviously, to give us the rooms. and obviously it's great when they come in, and those people there are the ones that you see on a match day throwing the ball back to the players and things like that as well. So yes, we've got that.
That's great how it all comes together, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah, 200 plus children in our newly reformed and newly launched on Friday soccer centres. 90 after school coaching sessions delivered in the last 6 months alone.
What?
So there's a lot of people out there that don't actually understand what we do. As I said, if anyone wants to get in touch, please feel free to get in touch. I'm on Facebook, I'm on
can you
Twitter.
Put that on the Tilton Talk page for us, mate?
Yeah, so that's all updated. But one thing we are doing, I know we've spoke to Steve quite a bit, and we've worked alongside Steve on a couple of different things. Is we are looking for donations and sponsorship from anybody.
Okay.
That will go to whether it's, I don't know, funding a minibus. Albion have just released their figures, so they've got some fans funding from the Cardiff game. They raised something like 18.5 grand,
cool.
Which was brilliant. Now I'm not saying that as a club we're going to raise that. As a department we're going to raise that. But if we can do something that we can raise some money, or someone out there wants to sponsor us, then as I said, please get in touch. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on everything. And as a community trust, we're on social media as well. We're on Twitter. So please get in touch. I know it's the old
Don't go on your
catchphrase.
Facebook page because it's not in use.
I know it's the old catchphrase, nothing's too little and all that, but actually for a community department of our size, it really isn't. We're taking something along the lines of 70 young people on an NCS programme.
That's incredible.
Some of which have never been out of Birmingham. We're taking them down to Paul in Dorset and Newquay next couple of weeks. So,
Fantastic.
but then one thing I would say is that we can't do it without our staff, and our staff have been absolutely brilliant. We've had a big transition period. So although I've been there for a number of years, I've been at the club since I was 8 years of age in some way, shape or form. I'm 33 now, so a long time. I think we're getting to a place now where the staff believe in what we're doing, the people that are coming on the programmes believe in what we're doing, and we want to make a difference.
Cool.
So it's, as I said, it's really important for us that we do make a difference.
So how do you work with? I know people can't hear me very well because I'm on a microphone. How do you work with volunteers and stuff? How do people volunteer? Or do you
So people can volunteer in any way, shape and form. Really, I opened a support centre at the bottom of St Andrews Road the other day, and that was literally based with a company called Fortum. I'm sure they won't mind me mentioning them. And as I said, they've turned around a children's centre. So we've put a lot of stuff on social media with regards to that. But we're looking for volunteers for all sorts of different things. There's, as I said, there's opportunities if there's coaching qualification. People have got coaching qualifications if they want to come and volunteer.
Yeah.
As long as we get through all the relevant criteria, then by all means.
You're going to smile at this one. Amy Louise Smith says, yes, I will go mad at Craig Gill.
Yeah, she will, yeah.
Bless
Yeah.
her. Oh,
I'm
brilliant.
not coming home now after that one. After that comment. But again,
Amy, with your permission, right? With your permission.
her sister's a hairdresser as well. So,
Really?
yeah. So
I did a good job on the last one.
But it's like everything. It's a family club,
Yeah.
and I know my family are watching this evening, and our staff are commenting on it, and that's what we are. And I know we speak about the supporters.
It's just a shame that we had
It's a
other
small
issues to talk
yeah,
about.
it's a small minority, and
Tiny.
yeah, it is, and we are a good club. We do get a lot of bad publicity, we do, but we are a good club, and the staff. And I'll mention it now. The staff at the football club have been brilliant. With us anyway. We had Sakira came and watched some of our disability programme the other week. She's obviously club secretary, and she's come out and she's had a look at what we're doing. We've done a presentation to the chairman not so long back and the senior management team, and as I said, they've been really on board with what we're trying to do going forward. And as I said, we are one of the smaller community departments within the Midlands, and we just want to move the place forward. And
Where does most of your funding come from?
we're a charity, so we're a registered charity.
Okay.
So although we use the brand and we use the name, and I'm here in the kit this evening, we're a registered charity, so we have to provide our own funding. So we get funds through the Premier League. So we run a Kicks programme, which obviously Colin would know about with West Midlands Police. We get funding off the EFL, just to kind of keep us sustainable, really. But then, other than that, we have to go out and find our own funding. Hence the reason we run soccer camps for the kids. We run disability programs. We run education programs, and it's all self-sustainable. So without the people being involved outside and people coming to our programs, we wouldn't have a community department, and that's the way we are. That's the way it is.
Brilliant. Nice insight, isn't it?
I mean, it's felt like a real community programme tonight.
It really has, hasn't it?
With
A pulling back
Craig and
together.
Steve.
It is. It's brilliant.
Fantastic.
And I think, as I said,
We've got some fantastic people.
yeah, we've worked with Steve before, and I think now within our department, there's a lot of people within our department are blues fans. We've got Kevin Broadhurst working for us.
Yeah, we've had Kevin.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Kev's been in, yeah.
We've had him here, Broads, yeah.
yeah, so Broads works with us. Graham Hyde works with us. So we've got ex-players and things like that, and I'm sure they'd love to come in and.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I love telling the stories and that, yeah.
So no, it's fantastic, and we are a family, and we are becoming more of
Can
a
you
family.
just repeat
within our
that
department.
first part of that sentence again?
We are a family.
We are a
No, we are.
family. We are. Undoubtedly. Okay, right, last 5 minutes of the show then, lovelies. So let's go through some of these. You can pick the best one for the day if you wish. So we've got Eric.
Brief on here, haven't I?
Eric,
I'm trying to look at these comments coming through as well, and
It's 47.
We've got Eric Barber. Wycombe Wanderers.
Fred Barber, was he a goalkeeper? Fred Barber.
Scissor Kick. Barnet.
Dave Barnett. Dave Barnett was at Birmingham, wasn't he?
Yep. Teresa Kempson says Craig Gill shave it off. Steve Bold. Paul Barber. Callum O'Hare. Ooh, Clipper Harris. Cameron Jacome.
Juan Pablo Angel.
Half-time hairdryer. Harry Wills. Ian Brush. Gel Merrick. Clipper Morrison.
What was
Jamie O'Hara. Keith
Jamie
Curl.
O'Hara, yeah.
You see that one?
Juan
I've just got that
Pablo
one off Teresa, yeah.
Gel.
Yeah, I've got that one off Teresa, that's brilliant. Shave your hair off, I don't know, £100 now to the community.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah. Teresa, give Amy a call and see what she says.
Oh, Dennis said he'll match that.
Oh, there's a few matching it. Go on, let's see how much we can get then for the community. Let's see what happens.
We don't have to do it tonight, don't we?
We won't do it tonight. Go on, keep it coming, and we'll see what we can do.
Trimmy Floyd Hasselbank. The main strand. I like that one. Mouse Dembele, yeah. Crew Cut. Ooh. Colin Sweeney Todd. David Hare Cutterill.
Someone a bit subliminal.
Yeah. Craig Short, back and sides, played for Blackburn.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Steve Wigley. I don't understand that one.
Wig.
Steve Wig. Oh,
Wig.
Steve
Yeah.
The main strand.
The best cut stadium.
I like that one. That's good, actually. Yeah.
Oh dear. Lindsay's saying yes. The Blues women won yesterday 4-1. Sorry, we didn't catch up on that.
They did.
Someone else said further down.
That's someone we linked with as well. Yeah. So the women's program we've launched our Wildcats program, which is a girls only program. Again, like we are inclusive to everybody. But yeah, we've got a Wildcats program which is just solely for female participation.
Wildcats, is that
Yeah, so that's the name really. So the FA have brought a program out. They've changed the name a couple of times. The name currently is the Wildcats program. Again, there's a free trial on Friday evening for any girls out there that want to come along, 5 to 15 years of age, and it is a girls only session.
Little correction, it was apparently 5-1. Thanks, Steve Gill, for correcting that. Amy says, yes, do it.
She said do it.
She said do it.
Ian said he'll put it up to 200 quid if you let him shave it for you.
Oh,
You let him control the clippers.
500 quid, man.
whoa, we're getting there. If Amy says I can do it, then she's the boss at the end of the day. So.
You better make sure you know his hacked her account.
Oh no, yeah. What she got here? Who's put this one? £200 I get to shave. Is that Ian?
That's Ian, yeah.
He loves trying to stitch me up. He does.
He loves it, yeah. He's a top man.
No, he's brilliant, and obviously they donated. So we took all of our young people that were on the football camps in the summer to watch the open training session. And obviously Ian, Ada and Teresa donated the coach.
Teresa
for us to take the
Kempson
young
saying,
people.
do it.
So they've been brilliant for us as well. Yeah, fantastic. As I said, there's she's phoning me as well now. Yeah. Aim, I won't do it tonight, don't worry about it.
Go on, take the call. Lee Crimp.
We haven't got time for that. No.
Ian Handy Sideburns. Teresa Kempson, 200. She gets to shave it off. Yeah.
Right, is that 200 each? 200 off Teresa and 200 off Ian. They can do half a head each, is it? Is that what it is?
I think that's just the one comment when read it again.
I'm throwing it out there to both of them.
That could be a show in its own.
Could be.
Could be a show in its own.
Really good.
Oh, well, you see, I'm quite capable. It's not that,
I just saw your job this evening. You did
don't
okay,
do a
actually.
job or anything. Amy's on the phone.
No,
Please
she's
take the
phoning me
call.
again.
Take the call. She knows. She knows.
No.
Because we're saying it on here and she's listening.
Shall I put on my loudspeaker?
Yeah.
Go on then. You're stitching me up. See you later. Unless we get £1,000 for community.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
That is absolutely brilliant.
See you
That's
later.
made my night, that has. Brilliant.
£1,000 for community. Teresa's messaged me as well. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going for £1,000 for community department. I'll shave my hair off. £1,000 would enable our disability team to continue the running of their programme and their seasons. So, as I said, at the minute we're looking for anything. So, yeah, £1,000 would is it just can't again? No, £1,000 would help our junior blues teams. Obviously, with the running of the programme there, £1,000 is massive for us. Is he agreeing to the terms and conditions? Yeah, as I said, there's been a couple of people that have said they're going to donate, so we're waiting on that. We held a day at St Andrews for businesses to come along.
Funny, we just got 400 minutes.
There you go. Yeah, we don't. As I said, it's not. We're not saying we want thousands and thousands because that's not what we're about. Anything will help us out.
Right.
And as I said, we'll give what we can back as well to whoever.
I'm
it may
sure
be.
you will. I'm sure you will over and over and over again.
Yeah, of course we will.
Well, what an amazing night this has been. We've had one head shave, one very close shave.
Oh.
We've had Steve, Jeremy, Ben, Brenda, the three guys with Thomas that came over to have his haircut. Thanks ever so much for everybody. What a cracking show that's been. It's just flown past. Really nice to see you. Keep in touch.
Brilliant. Thanks for the invite.
There's so much that we can do for you. Anytime, like you see how quick the money can come in on this one.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. And thanks to everyone for trying to stitch me up this evening. Ian, Teresa, Amy, and the rest of you.
No, thanks for Amy for the phone call on loudspeaker a minute ago. That was brilliant. No, please don't do it.
And if you're still listening, wait till I get home.
With no air.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Thanks to all the people who
Yeah, thanks to all those people that were showing the Tilton Talk show. It's not, you see, like you're bruising, you bruise me. You know what I mean? I ain't joking now. Right?
What's that word again? Isn't it family?
Yeah. And I've sat there knocking on for 10 years. Doing this.
And I think,
This nutter.
like you were saying, people are sending you messages and you'd like to thank the people, but I think from our point of view as well, thank you to the fans and the people that take part in our programme, because without them, we wouldn't be running in my opinion, a successful community trust for Birmingham City. A team we all love as well.
Well, there you go, ladies and gents. That's Craig Gill signing off there, and this has been the Tilton Talk Show. It's been a Monday night. It's been a busy one. It's been full of everything. It's been full of family. Hashtag Jack's got friends. See you next Monday.
We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the